Craig and Kris show coming at you live once again from Craig Gurr's basement.
This is where the real dreams begin.
Absolutely. Big dreams tomorrow for your maize and blue.
Yes, especially for us Michigan fans.
Now, I'm a State fan, Michigan State.
I'm
Craig
a huge Michigan
is
fan.
a Michigan fan. We're going to go back and forth here about something that I can't believe he wants to discuss this on the air, but college basketball. Craig, you think tomorrow Michigan's got a chance to win at home against Michigan State, who has yet to lose a game on the road this year?
Yes, I do, sir. And I will tell you why. I understand Michigan State has never lost on the road this year. I understand that. But you can't sit here and tell me that you'd rather play this game at Chrysler Arena than the Breslin Center.
Honestly, I could care less where we played it.
Okay, you're going to go at that?
I will say that. We could
Okay.
play it in the Rockford High School gymnasium. We could play it on campus at Grand Valley. Wherever we play it, it's going to be the same result.
Okay. No, you can come out here. You can come out here firing like that. But I think you have to admit that Michigan has a chance in this game. And I think if you're honest with yourself, you're going to admit that you're a little nervous.
Nervous? I wouldn't say nervous. I would say I'm a little apprehensive after seeing how Michigan State has played their last few games. I think, this team coming off of struggling against Penn State and Northwestern at home.
They just destroyed Minnesota.
Absolutely.
And they destroyed Indiana. Now Indiana hung around for a while.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. This team, it depends on what team shows up. Having said that, I think, that most of these boys on the team are from the state of Michigan. They were born and raised Spartan fans. They know what it's like to play Michigan, and they know what they would have to face if they lose to Michigan. And, I think that they're going to get up and they're going to be ready to play, and I think it's going to be another following the trend of the Minnesota blowout. Just kidding. I don't think it'll really be a blowout.
Well, I don't think it'll be a blowout. I don't think Michigan's going to let that happen, especially when you look at our last couple of games. Michigan's been playing good basketball. Now, I know that's kind of weird to say after we come off a loss, but there's not many teams that go in at UConn and take that win. Now, we played solid that game. We played solid. Now, here is one area where Michigan is going to get hurt, and it's our size. We are very small. You are not.
Who's your front two guys down in the post?
Our starting lineup, we put Deshaun Sims at 5,
Mm-hmm.
okay, and he's only 6'8", and then generally our power forward in our starting lineup is Zach Novak, who is 6'5".
And a guard?
Yes.
So you play 4 guards.
We play 4 guards.
Okay. And
all 4 of them have the range to go 5 feet beyond the three-point line.
all right. Now, you're coming up against one of the best on-the-ball defenders in the entire Big Ten is Travis Walton.
We're not as worried about on the ball. We've had games where Manny Harris has been shut down and we've been able to play just fine offensively. The Beeline system is not designed to support just one guy to get his points. Now, Manny Harris, no doubt, has gotten points. He averages just over 17 a game. But if Manny Harris isn't getting the ball, this is designed to get open shots from your guys who can shoot.
All right. So you get your open shots from the outside. We'll be feeding it down low to Goran Sutan. We'll be feeding it down low to Delvon Rowe, Marquise Gray, Idunk E-Block.
I understand that, but at the same time, you really, if you think about it, have about 1.5 true scorers out of that lineup.
Raymond Morgan will not be playing.
Raymond, yes, his common cold and flu.
Pneumonia. Walking pneumonia.
Anyways, your post present isn't as big. Now, if you will take advantage of us there, you will win down low. Now, Deshaun Sims can play against anybody down low. He proved that against UConn. But overall, down low, you guys are better. Now, guard play-wise, I would say it's fairly even.
Can anybody on the Wolverines' defense match Kalen Lucas's quickness?
There's only one guy that is as fast, and he hasn't been getting the minutes lately because C.J. Lee runs the offense much more effectively, and that's Kelvin Grady. I firmly believe that he is the quickest player in the Big Ten. He can flat out fly.
So if Lucas is on, do they have an answer for him?
No, but if Manny Harris is on, do you have an answer for him?
Travis Walton.
I don't think Walton can stop him. He doesn't have the size.
Travis Walton is also the strongest guy on the team.
I just don't think he has the size. It doesn't matter how strong
How tall
you
is
are.
Manny Harris?
He's 6'5".
6'5". Travis Walton's 6'3", 6'4". I'm not sure about that. We'll have to look that up. I'm not totally sure about that. But, I just don't see it happening, man. I'm sorry. I mean, I think that
Well, and you're not supposed to.
I think this team is too good. They've showed with big wins in Texas. They've showed on the road that they can come in and play. They beat Minnesota at Minnesota, gave them their first home loss of the year. They go into Texas and they win in Austin. They lose. Their two of their losses came on neutral sites, but other than that, on the road, this team has just been incredible.
Well, and I understand that. And Michigan has been very solid at home. I mean, number 4 Duke, at the time, number 4 Duke, who was number 1 for a period of time, came in here. They thought the same exact thing. No problem. We're going to take them. Now, the thing is, how well is Michigan State going to shoot the 3? Because off made baskets for Michigan, we jump into that 1-3-1, and about the only way you're going to beat that is threes from the corner. Now, understandably, if you get the ball inside, that is another weakness. And here's the big tell. Michigan State, traditionally a very, very good rebounding team. Beeline teams, not good at all. Now,
Michigan State leading the nation in rebounding right now. They are leading the nation in rebounding and in offensive rebounding. That's
where it's going to come in. That's going to be a big factor in it. Another factor I think is going to be turnovers. This year, Michigan is handling the ball very, very well. If we can just stay within ourselves, I think we be good. We do force a lot of turnovers. Michigan State in some games will not turn the ball over at all. In other games, they'll throw up a 20-turnover game. It's just about what team comes, and there's no way Izzo's not going to have his team up, and there's no way Beeline's not going to either. I mean, both guys understand the importance of this game. I'm just saying the fact that it's at Michigan makes this a much more even game, and Michigan's no longer that team that you're just going to be able to roll over. Ask UConn.
I agree. I
ask Duke,
believe
ask
that Michigan has stepped up their game immensely this year. John Beilein is doing a great job over there. I don't necessarily agree with his coaching style of living and dying off the three-point shot, but I do like what he's doing, trying to rebuild that program to get it back to where they were before they started paying players. And yes, I did just bring that up.
That has absolutely no relevance. I'm not gonna dignify that.
Okay, so. Give me a score prediction.
67-63 Michigan.
A 4-point win for the Wolverines at home.
In Chrysler.
I'm going to go 68-52 Michigan State. So, and Craig is over here laughing at me. I don't know why what do you think is so funny about that? Did I say
it's just not going to I don't feel like it's going to happen. I mean, if you look at Michigan's results at home, there's only been one game that we've lost by an amount even close to that, and that was against Wisconsin.
This is true. We all know that Chrysler Arena is where the Hoopers at.
I'm telling you.
We play in Chrysler Arena where the Hoopers at the postman, the high flyers.
Hey, you know what? You go ahead. I mean, it'll speak for itself tomorrow, and that's fine. I understand where you're coming from. Michigan State is, like we just said, undisputed. They are the best team in the Big Ten. But we also know that road wins in the Big Ten are very, very hard to come by. And yes, that means Chrysler Arena. And Michigan has the shooting ability and the talent, finally the coaching to beat any team.
The coaching is huge, especially in the Big Ten, filling up quickly with some of the best coaches in the nation.
It's phenomenal.
You got Izzo, Tubby Smith, Crean, Beilein.
It's awesome. And then you have the guys that are already good. Thad Matta. You know, it's just fantastic what we have going on in the Big Ten. I will say that.
All right, big game tomorrow, and we will see what happens. And I'm sure we'll be back with our recap of the game in the near future.
Enjoy the game.
Go green.
We need a bet.
A bet?
We need a bet on the game.
Well, we'll discuss that off the air. Go green.
Go blue.